Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Banner Rider.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough for you. Something, or maybe you can't feel anything. She's not gonna give you everything. I wish you could be happy, yeah. But I can't lie. LA made you crazy, yeah. You don't care what's real no more. No, you don't want me anymore. You only want what you can afford.
Today we're testing out the Yamaha TriCity 125 model year 2022. The dealer already told me for the year 2023 there will be no changes, probably except for the color. So they did some remodeling on this compared to the 2020 version which I test rode. I only know about 2 changes so far. Okay, they made it Euro 5 engine as well. This is one of the change, I guess, or maybe most important change. The footrest is a little bit bigger, and also the LC display is still an LC display, but they changed it a little bit to accommodate for the symbols for the smartphone connectivity. However, on the website it says it has smartphone connectivity with an Yamaha app, and the dealer but the dealer told me that I don't have this connectivity, so I'm a little bit surprised. I have no idea what is correct, so I can only say when I actually get information on the website that it has connectivity, and the dealer says no. Okay. The price is 4,249 euros. It's a 4-stroke, 1-cylinder, 125cc engine with 9 kilowatts or 12.2 horsepower at 8,000 RPM. We have a torque of 11.2 Newton meters at 6,000. The tank capacity of it is 7.2 liters, and it uses about 2.3 liters per 100 kilometers. The seat height of it is 785 millimeters. We have a total curb weight of 168 kilograms, and the tires are 2 tires naturally in the front, 90 14-inch in the front and 130 13-inch in the rear. On the left hand side we have the rear brake lever. The braking system is not ABS, unfortunately it is CBS, so it's a combined braking system, and with the left hand brake you should be braking front and rear brakes. We have a high beam and low beam switch here. We have a turn signal switch here, which I think is a bit flimsy and it's not really Yamaha quality. I don't know why they did it, because also the scooter is not really that cheap, so it's kind of strange. We have a horn button here. On the right hand side we have the throttle, we have the brake lever for the front disc brakes, we have the start-stop system here, and we have the starter switch right here. With this model year, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, actually this is one of the changes naturally. We don't have a key anymore. I mean, we still have a key, but an electronic key, a key fob. Now we have the keyless go system here, as you can see, like all the other scooters, Yamaha scooters had for some years already. So we can like lock it and open up the seat and stuff. We don't have a fuel button here because the fuel cap is underneath the seat, so you only need to press the seat button. Let's get to the display. The display also changed just slightly to, as I said, to accommodate on top here. As you can see, when I turn it on and off, you see that there will be symbols for the smartphone connectivity. I will show this to you now. Let's turn it off and turn it back on. As you can see, there are symbols there for the app and connectivity, but as I said, the dealer said no, it's not available. It's kind of strange. On the left hand side we have the fuel tank capacity, as you can see there with bars. We have the clock there next to it. There we have the outside temperature, and on the right we have the speedometer, which is easy to read. LCD display, always easy to read in direct sunlight. Underneath we have the odometer. We can switch it around with this button here to trip 1, trip 2, oil trip and belt trip, and you know, the odometer of course. The button on the right hand side is for resetting and setting the clock naturally. So let's get to the storage space. Yeah, in the front we have a cubby hole right here. The dealer said there's a 12 volt connection in there. I mean, it looks like there's a 12 volt connection, but there's no connection there. So either they forgot to put it in there, or I don't know what the story is, but from my point of view, I cannot see anything there. I cannot see a 12 volt connection. The cubby hole fits about 2 of my hands in there, so it's fairly small. You cannot fit a regular smartphone in there. We also have a hook here for your groceries. I will show you the under-seat storage compartment now. Let's open up the seat. And actually quite amazing. We have the fuel tank actually underneath the seat, but we also have the storage space is enough for a full-faced helmet, as you can see in the picture that I will put on the screen for you. My Shark Spartan size M actually fits in there, and I don't have any problems with that. So I'm not sure if I forgot to tell you or not. We have some extras on this test ride bike here. The front screen is like a sports screen. It does not come with it. There's a regular screen. I don't know what the regular screen looks like. We also have a sissy bar in the rear, which is quite comfortable, and it's not hard plastic. It feels very comfortable, but that also does not come as a standard. So this is the Yamaha TriCity 125 model year 2022, and we'll take it out for a little spin. Let's go. In order to get the little blue beast started, we put it on, and we have start stop here. I'll leave it off for now because we do the 0 to 100, and we start it up here when we have the brake lever pulled, and we're ready to hit the road now. Let's start with the first thing that I notice. When you get on the bike, it has a seat height of 785, so it's not as tall, as high as some other scooters, but it's also not very low. I'm 175 and I can still stand on it on the ground. It's not a very super safe stand, but not that important. Let's see about the seat. Yeah, it's actually not so hard. It appears quite comfy, not too bad. And what I noticed already, at higher speeds, highway speeds, it is quite stable. Here, unfortunately, in the corners, a little bit wobbly once again. With all the two-wheeled, three-wheelers, we usually have a little wobble in the corners and instability. And I said that Yamaha does not have that. because it feels almost like you're riding a two-wheeled scooter, but still you can actually feel it sometimes. It's a bit of a different riding experience naturally, but you know, after you get used to it, I don't think that's a big problem anymore. The biggest problem, I would say, for this bike or for this scooter is okay, it has some additions and some new things which they put on for 2022, like the LC display, wider foot rest, and also Euro 5 compliant engine. But yeah, what they did not do is the most important thing. I mean, if you want to buy a two-wheeled scooter, I think what you need is safety. That's why you buy it. Otherwise, it doesn't really make any other sense to buy this. The problem is it does not have ABS, so it is kind of a shame. And if you compare it to Yamaha, to the NMAX, for example, the NMAX costs about 700-800 euro less and is fully equipped. It does have connectivity. This apparently should have connectivity, but the dealer said no. But in the display I see all the symbols for it, so I don't know who's right and who's wrong here, but I just wanted to point that out. I cannot say it for sure. I can only tell you what the dealer tells me. Yeah, maybe they have taken it out because of some chip problem or whatever, I don't know. But that's what the dealer said, no connectivity. But when you turn it on, also you see the symbols for the connectivity, for messaging and all that stuff. So as I said, the LC display slightly changed to accommodate the symbols, the indicators for the connectivity. Other than that, we have keyless go now naturally, and when you sit on it, it kind of feels and looks like the TriCity 300, actually, especially with this color, which I test rode on the TriCity 300 recently. It kind of looks like a 300. Maybe it's a little bit smaller, but still it has the same, gives you the same impression basically. All of the plastics and stuff, they feel nice, and it feels like, you know, Yamaha quality. It will last a long time. That's what it looks like. The mirrors, they are not that pointy as the regular Yamaha mirrors. They're a little bit roundish here, and I get the feeling that I see actually less in these mirrors, but maybe it's just my imagination once again, I'm not sure. And other than that, yeah, if it's not really tight corners, it is actually, it feels very stable. It feels very stable, especially when we go later on onto the highway. It does not really feel insecure. Oh well, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the TriCity 125. And no, you know, a lot of people ask me if I can test ride the 150 or 155 version of these, but actually I can't. The dealers, they don't have these versions available for test ride. And you know, since it's also like a licensing issue with a different driving licenses that you have to have for 150, it does not really make any sense for the dealer to have these in stock for test ride. Yeah, looking at the foot position of this one here, you have the foot rest, of course, but you have to sit in the toilet position. There's no other way. You can move them a little bit to the rear, but yeah, there's not much space actually, but at least it is flat. Yeah, you've got a flatbed truck here, and you can put your grocery bags and stuff on the hook and place them between your legs, so that is actually quite convenient. Let's check the brakes. We do not have ABS, so we have to be careful. But I don't really feel anything. Usually, I mean, if you don't have ABS, of course the ABS will not prevent slipping. But usually when you don't have ABS with the CBS, you have very early lock and slippage. But it is very powerful and strong, this CBS system, so it is pretty good. But of course, scooter in this class with this price should definitely have ABS. I don't know why they did not do that. To go. So it would be definitely interesting to see the extra weight this one has compared to the NMAX, what the difference in speed is, or max 0 to 100, sorry. I assume probably 2 seconds or so. And since it's quite windy again today, I noticed one of the disadvantages of these three-wheelers, the wind really catches on the big front. And it also, when there's a lot of wind, it kind of wobbles. I did not notice that before when I came here because it was not as windy. But now, if there's a lot of wind, oh man, this truck is losing a lot of shit there. We have to quickly go. And yeah, when you have a lot of wind, it kind of wobbles in the front. That actually happening with most of the three-wheelers under not ideal wind conditions, and now I notice that here as well. But as I said, when I came here, everything was fine. It was very stable at these speeds. Why doesn't he go all the way to the right? I hope this guy is not going to crash into me now here, because I don't have any more power to get quickly out of this situation here. We have maximum power at the on an incline here. That's why we cannot go any faster. And yeah, other than that, this sporty windscreen is also not too bad actually. I don't know what the regular windscreen would be like. The first time I tried the TriCity 125, I had a huge windscreen from the Urban Pack, I think. Now I have the teeny tiny windscreen from the Sport version, but it's not too bad because the angle of attack is kind of like this, you know, so it is not too bad. Of course, on the sides and stuff you have lots of turbulences, but better than nothing, I think. So other than that, now if there's no wind really catching in the front, it is very stable actually at these speeds. And you don't notice now that you have two wheels in the front. You notice it a little bit when you do the tight corners, that it's kind of wobbly there as well. So that basically leaves us with the final words for this. Good thing for the city, it has start-stop. That's what I really like, to save some gas. Also, I do think actually in the city it is quite nimble. Yeah, other than that, nothing really that much to complain about it. If you like the design, the style, you know, which I don't really necessarily like because it's still in the front, I think it looks kind of outdated, but oh well, you know, some people like it. And that's not for me to decide, that's for you to decide. I just tell you how it rides, how it feels, and I don't really have any complaints on with that. The only complaint I have is it's not really that well equipped as a comparable NMAX, same brand, and cheaper, of course, because we don't have three wheels. But the NMAX, yeah, is much better equipped. You might have a look at that as well. You cannot ride this, for example, if you have the car license and do not have any kind of bike scooter license, because this is just a regular A1 license that you need for 125. It does not fall under the category, okay, it drives, it has a foot pedal which it does not have, and the distance in the front and stability control and stuff, so you can actually use it on your car license. No, this is a special one. I don't really know why they built that. If it does not have anything special when it comes to the licensing, that's what I mean. Anyways, that's about everything about my test ride here for the Yamaha TriCity 125 model year 2022 2023. No changes. The dealer said only the color. So anyways, that's about it. Thanks very much for watching. This is Ben Ryder. Take care. Bye bye.